Yes, yes, yes. We are here for a special edition of Principles of Passion. For those of y'all that are unfamiliar, Principles of Passion is the podcast and marketing arm for Your Passion First. Your Passion First is an organization focused on youth empowerment. We're looking to improve communities through innovative and collaborative workforce readiness workshops, festivals, and events. And so we just have an amazing special event today. We were asked by the Transformational Travel Council, who has a pretty amazing event coming up on March 25th. So check them out online as soon as you get a chance. But their event is really focused on travel and the impacts that travel can have on just people as they look to connect better. And so I wanted to bring some young adults that have been a part of our program that I hope will be a part of our program this year. And we have some folks here in Chicago, and I should have one more jumping on. And then we also have some folks from Brazil. So I just want to welcome them, give gratitude for the amazingness to be able to connect. Thank you, technology. Thank you, Lord, for that opportunity, to be able to connect on an international, global scale. So let's jump right in. Let's do some introductions. Some people may go a little faster because they gave some pre-show, but I will start with the folks that were not able to do that. Let's start with the beautiful Thais.
All right, so my name is Thais. I'm from Brazil, São Paulo. Nowadays I'm working as a coordinator of an English school with social impact, where we give classes to people from favela, social lower income communities, and we help them to learn English to develop themselves. So this is my job, to help those people. I've been an English teacher now, and for a while, and now I am a coordinator of this school. I'm actually starting to be a singer now. Today is my first steps. I already recorded my first album. I'm going to release it this month, and it's been a quiet job for me and an amazing opportunity. Your passion first is one of the things that pushed me to it and helped me to give these first steps to really follow my dreams. And that's it.
I love it. Thank you, Thais. I appreciate it. Hassani, my friend, go ahead, sir.
Hi guys. Can you guys hear me well?
You're good.
Okay, cool. I'm Hassani. 20 years old. Currently a junior at University of Illinois Springfield. I come from Oak Park, though, Illinois. It's like a suburb next to Chicago.
Park? That's where I live. That's where I live.
I would say I do a lot of different things. I primarily am a visual artist, so painting, color pencil, collage. I recently just got done working with a youth mentoring program called Yemba and Dark Matters Coffee to create a coffee bag design. And each coffee bag sold would then go to Yemba to support the youth. So I've also been a part of different murals around my community as well. And I also do a little bit of dancing, also a musician. So it's a lot of stuff going on, but that's me.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, Hassani. Appreciate it. Brenda, we'll let you go again. Go ahead.
Okay. Did this sound better?
Yeah, you a little louder.
Like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm Brenda. I'm 18 and I'm from Chicago. I'm a senior at King College Prep currently. And I have my own business, portraiture and custom apparel business. So I do shirts, hoodies, jackets, shoes, anything. Furniture painting, I specialize in portraits. I do murals now. Yeah, I just do everything. I paint on everything I see, everything I can find. I'm working on, I got accepted to really all the art schools I applied to, so I'm just trying to figure out where I want to go as far as like my career. Leaning towards either SCAD is in Savannah, or Columbia College, which is downtown. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A brief introduction.
That is awesome. Thank you, Brenda.
No
And
problem.
last, but certainly not least, the beautiful Monique. And Monique keeps saying, my English isn't that good. It's good, and it's getting better every day. And so I love it. And Thais, the coordinator and the English teacher, is going to connect with Monique. Hook it up, girl. All right, we got you. Well, Monique,
Yes,
tell a
I
little bit
will
about
help me.
yourself. Yeah, we got you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Monique. I'm from Rio de Janeiro. I have 23 years old, and I work with dance, and I am actress. Well, I work with the children from favela too. I give to the children's dreams with my dance, one future for the children. 2 years ago, I traveled from work, from work. Okay, you know. We and French, Morocco, Spanish, French, Portugal. I think you know what I say.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Sorry, guys, but I am new. My English is from street. My focus is street dance and ballet and Afro.
Awesome.
Yeah, Thais helped me.
We can schedule our classes, but you're doing so good.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Monique. And last, but certainly not least, I got to see this gentleman earlier today. And it's a blessing always when I get to see him face to face. He was one of our mentors last year, or excuse me, one of our program participants last year, which technically is called ambassadors this year. And he was actually the winner of our program last year. He won the $1,500 scholarship, but I'll let him tell a little bit about himself. Keyshawn Owens also goes by Captain Wode. What's going on, sir?
Hey, how's it going, y'all? Just got back in the crib, running around town, finishing up errands. So a little bit about me, but it's not limited to. I do a little bit a lot of music, art, fashion, and film. And as of right now, I'm currently in a project management role, so I can be able to get some more funding in the community, so I can have more people who do the stuff that I do, get more resources that's closer to home rather than travel outside the city or to different neighborhoods to get it. So while I put my passion first, I'm also making sure that other people can get the resources to do it just like me. So we don't have to continue having that eat or be eaten culture that we have in Chicago. We can adopt the put everybody on culture that Atlanta so much has. So that's a little bit about me.
Love it. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And that's what your passion first is about. There's a lot of people, a lot of young adults, I think, that are struggling, as they go and travel outside of their neighborhoods, right? As they go and travel and meet new people. People are lacking direction from within, though, right? And I think it's so important that we start to really define what our passion is, right? Like, that's why I called it your passion, because I think as we go out and we look for direction in the world, right? And we look for vision and we look to really set pathways into our future, I think it's so important that you're able to really find something that you love, right? That you could do every day when nobody else is around and that can bring life to you. And once you can get good at that, to Keyshawn's point, you can impact other people because then you're helping them and you're showing them. And even on the days you're not getting paid and even on the hardest days, right, you still know that you're doing that because you love it. And so it doesn't even feel like work. So again, just so appreciative to all y'all coming on. I want to pull up something real quick just so we could put some context around why we are having just this conversation. Because we're international. We have people from Brazil here. We have people from Chicago. I almost had some people from South Africa, but we're getting there. We will have those in the program. But as we look at bringing our program, to full, right? Bringing it full circle with community and with people around the world, I wanted to look at partnerships that could be beneficial to us. So I was doing research, and I came across this post by a gentleman named Jake Halpert. Jake, I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong. We've had like 2 or 3 conversations. Jake is the founder of the Transformational Travel Council. And so their transformational design organization aimed at changing the way we travel, but also how we live and behave with each other and the planet by providing a uniquely rich and accessible base of knowledge and wisdom for travelers and tourism. And so they're having this event March 25th. It's called A New Dawn in Travel. And they wanted to really hear from some young adults about travel. And so I thought, what better opportunity than to bring y'all? And listen, whether you travel outside of your front door, right? You travel outside of your city, you travel outside of your country. It's all travel, right? It's all putting yourself in a different community, a different place, around different people. And so let's go through some of these questions where we could really just talk about travel, give Jake and the people some good stuff to hear. And so let's just start with this first one. And feel free, anyone, and if I hear too long of a pause, you know I'm a talker, right? So I'm gonna say something, but I'll always leave it open for y'all just to say, what's your favorite thing about traveling?
I can start. For me, the best thing about traveling is getting to know new cultures, new people. I love to connect myself with the nature. So I like to travel to natural places, like go into the woods and be there. And I've got some people that we go together to those places, and it's amazing. Getting to know those who lives different in a different way from us. It's really nice, and it helps me to learn a lot.
Love it. Anybody else want to go on that one? We got plenty. I think we got like maybe 10 questions. So we'll go through all these and feel free to comment on 2, 1, or nothing. Anybody else? I'll
Okay,
say.
I will try.
Yeah, don't try. You're going to do, girl. You're going to do.
So it's like the same of Thais. My work is dance, is art. I want to know the art from the country, the art from the people. I want to know the real people from this country. So basically it's the same. Is about the cultures.
Yeah.
It's about the know what I do and you don't do. What is easy for me is not for you. Why the country is so different? I want to know this. I want to know the people. Oh, I tried.
That's great. No, that's great. Like where we have differences, right? Those can help us, right? Something you don't know, I can learn so much from you. Doesn't matter about the age, right? It doesn't matter about the culture. It just matters that we accept differences, because in those differences lie progress and change, right? And so that's such a beautiful thing. Such a beautiful thing. I love it. All right, let's go on to this next one. And this is a hard one. I had to really think about this, because I'm like, it really depends on, are you trying to travel out of your house? Are you trying to travel for your job, right? Like my pops I remember he was like a delivery driver. I remember driving in his car, like eating meals on the go with him, right? So answer this in any way you want. I think in the bigger context, with Jake and the Travel Council, they're trying as best as they can to look for world travel and those experiences. But however you all can answer this, I want to leave that open and feel like you have a safe space.
I guess for me, if we start off just internationally, I would love to travel at least once a year internationally, like someplace new. My family has gone to Barbados every other year until basically COVID hit, because we have family in Barbados. So I'm used to like traveling to at least there frequently, and I would love to just travel out to new places like at least once a year, if not every other year, just to get a new experience from around the world.
Love it. I love it. Y'all, I'm telling you, if I could snowboard every single weekend and travel somewhere and I had the money, I would be there. I would go every single weekend. For real, for real, for real. That's how much I love. Like, and if it was cold here and I could play baseball with my son every weekend too during the winter, I would go somewhere to do that too. So for me, it's about wrapping love and life into all of it, right? Like, and maybe you could get a job. Like, there's jobs to be a flight attendant, right? Where you could go and travel and like be in Miami, be in Europe, be in China, right? Like within a 2 or 3 week span. So don't ever feel limited that you can't go and connect with the rest of the world. There's a number of jobs that offer that. Love it. All right. What Kishwan said, 5 times a year. Let's go. However, what do you miss the most when traveling? Right? Like when you go and like, you're like, all right, pack for this trip. And the family's going, all right, couple family members, and you get on the plane, you go, you get there, and you get off. First day, right? Second day. Third day, you like, this food is good. Fourth day, you like, okay. Like, so by the 11th day, you like, if you even have ever had the pleasure, right, to go on 11 days away, right? But even on like your 6th day, sometimes 5th day, what are you missing in that moment?
This is so easy for me. Oh my God, my dogs first. I have two. It's my children. It's my babes. So my dogs and the food from Brazil. Oh my God, you have to come and the food from Brazil is so good, man. You have to know.
You have to taste.
Yeah, you have to taste. Yes, right. Thais, what is feijão in English?
Beans.
Here is so good.
The beer?
No, beans, not beer.
Oh, beans.
I don't drink.
I don't drink either.
So the food and my dogs, obviously, my family.
Yeah, we have a kind of beans here in Brazil. I think that's shimene, that it's made with many, how can I say, it's pork meat.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. It's something really good. We call it feijoada. Yes. And it's amazing. It's the best food here in Brazil.
1 year and a half without years.
Oh, this is so cruel.
Yeah.
Bean.
Yeah.
I love it. Anybody else want to drop in on that one? You know, I'll be missing my family, right? Like if I go somewhere and like you said, your dogs, that's your babies. Like if I go somewhere and I don't have my son with me, I think that's who I miss a lot. I'm single now, but I know the times when I have had a girlfriend and she wasn't there. I think I missed her, you know. I think I did. No, I did. And yeah, just family and being around. But I think, you know, there's a lot that if you just let go when you do go out of town, that you can get. So let's go one a little deeper here, right? There's a little tougher one, but what do you dislike, right, when you're traveling? Is there anything that you just are like, man, I hate doing this every time?
I dislike the whole I guess everything before, because I'm thinking internationally, like everything before you have to like get on the plane, like going through oh my gosh, I can't think of the name right now, but having to go through the gates and having to run.
Right, all that. Yeah.
All that I could do without. Like I just want to get on the plane and go. Like I don't really. I mean, I understand why it's there, but it's just super long and like boring, and all I can think about is, man, I really want to be to that other place right now. So that's what I dislike the most.
For me, is the moment before traveling, like this anxiety of going somewhere else, and the time just doesn't come, and I keep waiting and waiting the whole week. Like when my husband and I are planning to travel on the weekend, I spend the whole week in this anxiety, and it's so cruel for me.
It's like patience, right? It's like not like you
I
want
don't
to
have
be
it.
there and you want it to be over. And you know what? I'll be honest. Patience is a hard thing to build, but it just takes discipline and time and breathing and working out and trust, right? Trusting in the process. And you trust that you're going somewhere great to have a great impact with great people. And I think that's the fun of it. That's like, if it just happened right away, you'd be like, okay, it's over. Like, well, that wasn't fun, really. But when you get to like work up to it, and then there's this, and then there's, you see the pilot, and you're like, okay, we're ready to take off. And it's like these steps and these levels that grow, and it grows in excitement. And so I think that's part of life too, right? And this is such a great analogy to life, is that part that's the long part, right, is life and the process of life, right? Like checking your bag in and making sure you do this, and put your seatbelt on and crossing your T's and dotting your I's. And then you get there, right? And then there's this moment, right? And if you've planned right, then you have a lot of moments in that 3 to 4 days. If you plan crappy, then that 3 to 4 days is like hell. You like, why did I bring him? Why did I bring her? Why did I come with that auntie or uncle, right? And so it's important, right? Planning, being around people that you want to, right, that you want to really be around. I think that's very important. So anybody else want to add anything on that?
I was just going to add in what they were all saying, just the whole check-in, security and all that, and get into the airport a few hours ahead of time your flight. And I don't really dislike nothing about traveling, but if I was, it'd be just going back home. Because I know when I travel, I have fun anywhere I go. But it's just, I don't like leaving and like, I don't know. I don't like that.
I know.
Saying goodbye is awful.
And even if there was like a I Dream of Jeannie, remember she used to blink, and like if I could just be home in a blink, then that would make it easier, right? But then you got to go back through that same thing that you didn't want to go through when you were coming, right? I get it.
Yeah, today I just got back from another state I was traveling to, and it was like 15 hours inside a bus. It was really tiring.
Yeah, that is not easy, especially traveling with other people. And all right, we got a couple more. We won't go through all these, but we'll do a couple more. And I know they asked us to do a special one that you guys do not know yet, but it will be the last one. It's a pretty easy one, but I will do 2 more before that. So how about this one? If you could travel somewhere to make an impact, where would that be, and what type of impact would you want to make?
Well, I can go through this one. Actually, for me, I always thought about traveling to Africa, but now I love my country, and I want to help my country as much as I can. So if I could, I would travel through Brazil and to all the states here, helping people, because I can see how poor and how there's a lack of development for people, for opportunities. So if I could give those opportunities for them to reach their dreams, reach their goals, I would do that for sure.
I love that.
You live with this. We live with this. I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean, girl.
That's great. No, that's great. And sometimes I think we forget that, right? Like it's this whole syndrome of there's a word for it, but what it means here in Chicago is, oh, it's the fight or flight, right? Is people just leave their communities because they're so bad, right? And then they come back to develop them, but then they live somewhere else, right? So then they're not really living in the community. And so I even sometimes feel bad because I live in Oak Park, right? And that's where I grew up. But like I'm really trying to impact Austin, which is right next to me. So sometimes I feel like an imposter a little bit, right? But I'm still going to do it. I'm going to do the work because I know that that community is more marginalized than mine. And so I'm going to try and make an impact in my community too, but as well in other places. So, it's all about making the impact. Kishwa must be having technical difficulties. It's all good. So I love that, Thais. I love it. I love it. Anybody else want to comment on that one?
I would say same for me. I would travel to Austin or just Chicago in general. And kind of just following suit. Just I really want to make an impact there. Like growing up in Oak Park, but I've also traveled a bit to Chicago from time to time. I also understand that I grew to understand that I have certain privileges and certain opportunities that are not present within Chicago, and I feel like it's only by right that if I have something, I have to share it to others. So, yeah, I just think it's our duty if you have, certain opportunities, talents, and gifts to give it back to others.
Yeah. Agreed, man. So agreed. All right, we're gonna do one more question. I'm gonna leave all of y'all to answer this, right? Like they do in the beauty pageant. You all get a chance to answer the same question. All right. And this is a good one, and it's one that Jake asked us to ask. And I think it really kind of helps bring it all, full circle in terms of really being able to understand yourself, right? On this journey through life. So let's ladies first. Hopefully Kishwan will be able to jump back in at some point, but we will go ahead with Monique. You want to go ahead and go first and just tell us, what does travel teach us about ourselves, others, and the planet?
Thaís, vê se é isso. O que
O que viajar ensina sobre nós mesmos, outras pessoas e o planeta?
And if you want to say it in Portuguese, and maybe Thais can translate for you too. You good? Okay. All right.
Okay,
You've been doing great.
No, it's some just word. I don't know. Some just word, but I can learn. Okay.
Awesome.
The practice is the perfect. You go to perfect.
I love it.
I think when do you know the difficulties? Yes,
Difficult. Yeah.
of the others. I am from Brazil and you from Chicago. If I know your difficulties, and understand you, maybe I can help my people, and I can we have a connection with this problem, and it's like a learn together like this. I think that the all the world have problems. All the world have problems, but why we don't understand with each other's? Yeah.
Each other. Yep.
Yeah. Why, if all the world have a problems, why we don't help? If you have your problem in your country, and I have mine with my children in favela, so why we don't can help us with information, with connection with the futures, with the conversation sometimes. And if your country is more like have more money, how we can help you all the, you know,
With resources and
you know what you
money
said.
and
I
finances.
think that the travel help with the informations like
Yeah,
this. I think I
that
say
is
what I
that is perfect.
want.
That was perfect. No, for sure, for sure. Why not, right? Like if you can learn, like you said earlier, you answered another question similarly. Like we all have differences, and if
Yeah,
we're all going through different challenges, and like or the same challenges, like why not put our heads together, put the information together, and help deal with the challenges in a faster, more impactful way, right?
yeah. If I know your problem and you know my problem, we can make better together. I think the travel is about you know the culture and you know the people and is a connection.
Yes, that's it. I love it. Great job. Great job. You got no fear too. She's like, no, no, I don't need a translator. I got it. I'm learning. I love it. I love it.
We have to try. I
Yes.
know
You're
my English
cute.
is from the street, so I can. I can.
You're awesome. Brenda, you want to go ahead?
Yes, I can go. I would say travel teaches us like a lot of things. Like depending on where you're traveling, it could be a place who doesn't have as much money or who doesn't live like the city you live in. It could either humble you or, inspire you to be better or do better.
I like to piggyback off that real quick and know that in my
Hold
personal
on. Hey, Brenda, were you done? Give me
No,
one.
I'm sorry, I got a call.
That's all right. You good? Go ahead. Keep going, Brenda.
I was just saying it could just humble us. Some situations can humble us, some can inspire us, some could boost our confidence. It just depends on the different places you travel to. But like Monique said, also helping each other.
You just blowing up, huh? You just blowing. That's all right, girl. You popular. You are popular. Go ahead. Finish up. We're gonna make sure you put yours on do not disturb at next time, okay? All right, we going that's all right. Take your time, Brenda. We're gonna let Hassani go and then we're gonna let Kishwan go. All right, go ahead, Hassani.
For me, it ultimately teaches us that we're all connected in different ways. Kind of following suit with everybody else, like, even though we have differences, those differences connect us in different ways, and understanding each other's situations or histories through travel and just learning being in different environments reveals either certain parts of our own environments that we never really realized unless we had went outside of it, or showing what we could bring to another environment to help out. So it just, to me, it teaches us to that we're all connected in one way, shape, or form, especially through our differences.
That's great. That's awesome. Brenda, I know you were trying to finish up. You got a little more? No? You good? All right, it's good. Girl, you good. You are so good. Your answer was great. Captain Wode, go ahead.
Piggybacking off of both of them, I know that in my personal experience with traveling, it taught me self-sufficiency. I keep stressing that because that's something that I see a lot of people don't really have. I see people be codependent on things that if they really think about it, they can be stronger than. And it gave me a sense of responsibility and a taste of adulthood because I know there's going to be a point in time where my parents and whatnot not going to be here. And it's just going to feel that same. I'm probably going to have that same feeling that I feel when I'm somewhere in Alabama by myself walking on the crossroads to another place I don't even know where I'm going. That's probably in the sense of how you feel when your parents ain't here. So I feel like that alone will teach you how to navigate in the world because there's people that don't have nobody and they're still making it happen. So I feel like, again, self-sufficiency, a sense of responsibility, and knowing that you can make something of yourself in this world is something that I really learned by traveling, as well as making a difference. But that's obvious. We always do that.
That's awesome. That's great. So I'll end too with answering this question. You know, the whole world is connected in some way, shape, or form. And we're connected through energy. And whether you believe in God, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, all that, I feel personally that all religions are grounded in goodness. And so whether we have things in our country that are going on well, things in our city that are going on well, right? Or things in our countries and cities that are going on bad, right? It transfers across, like Monique was saying, across all lands. And so the more we can see it from other people's lens and see those differences, the more we kind of all become more interconnected. And so for me, it's just all about finding ways to find goodness in everyone and everything, whether it be leaving your house, right? Leaving your city, right? Leaving on an airplane, and a bus, and a train, on a plane, and a car, on a bike, right? Wherever you go, wherever you travel, you should try and connect with love and like help people, right? Everyone trying to get somewhere in life. And if they're not, then they're trying to figure out where they want to go, right? And so it's about building that vision and using people around you, right, as that support, and then you supporting those people too. So I'm thankful to have the connection with y'all, right? I'm excited for what we can make happen this year. I'm excited for the potential partnership with the Transformational Travel Council. They're off to a really amazing start as well this year. And so excited to tune in to their festival they have coming up March 25th. And, you know, again, for those of y'all that have never tuned into Principles of Passion, we'll be starting our season up again, season 4, starting probably closer to May. And for any young adults that may be tuning in, I'm sure y'all got friends too. But any young adults tuning in for the first time, go to Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, sign up for our program. It starts in April. You can go to any of those, anywhere on social media at Your Passion First. That's Your Passion, the number 1 ST. And yeah, just looking forward to an amazing year with amazing people doing amazing things, making amazing and impactful changes in their community. So thank you all. And again, thank you all so much. We will talk to you soon. Thais and Monique, you guys are both in that chat on WhatsApp. So if you want to connect with each other, y'all are both in that group chat. All right, so feel free to connect, talk. Brenda, Captain Wode, Hassani, I got y'all in terms of connections with the program coming up. And always, any of y'all, reach out. Even if you need a shoulder to cry on, you need to talk something through, your husband's being an asshole, and you just need to be like, hey, I don't know how to deal with this fool right now. Can you help me? Help me. Help us. I'm here for y'all, for real. So just call me, text me. You have my number, multiple ways to get a hold of me. I got love for y'all. All right? All right. Anybody want to add anything? Last remarks, words, anything? No? All right, cool. I love y'all. Have a good night. Brazil, it's late. Get some sleep.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.